part of what keeps cannabis in a Schedule 1 status is that it has no accepted safety under medical supervision. And that is going to take clinical trials. So we can't have proven safety medical safety of use under medical supervision until those clinical trials are conducted. And it's the NIDA or the HHS, the FDA, and NIDA which control the types of cannabis that can be used for those studies that they would need to be able to prove medical supervision is safely or can be safely done or used under safe conditions. So I'm just going to run down through here. The black parts are just parts that are still important, but I put, left black, and then the white parts are highlighted so that you can just read through there, show it to your doctors, and really just read through all the way in the black parts too, so that you can understand why the parts that are highlighted are highlighted. It just makes it easier for me to run through and for also doctors to be able to see and read through without having to cover full paragraphs. So considering that no signs of toxicity were observed in the clinical trial, patients treated with THC, our findings support that safe, therapeutically efficacious doses of THC may be reached in cancer patients. Cannabinoid administration may be an effective therapeutic strategy for targeting human cancers. Now, this was a study that was done up at Harvard Medical School in the Beth Israel Deaconess, I believe, medical facility. And so that's what's there on the bottom. It was conducted in 2009. Manuel Guzmán is the doctor that comes out of, or the researcher that comes out of Spain. He's the one behind most of the patents that GW Pharmaceutical has. The reason I always put him as the main one is because he's pretty much in every study across the board. There's Velasco, there's several at Sanchez, there's a lot of different people that are coming out of this Complutense University in Madrid that are doing this type of research, but Manuel seems to be in all of them, so I just call him and his team the Spanish team, hence the SP there after his Guzman. So again, Harvard, United States. Top right. Plant cannabinoids are stable compounds with low toxicity profiles and are well tolerated by animals and humans during chronic administration. The next one's going to talk about chronic administration. This one is coming from a patent called Methods and Compositions for Treating Cancer. It was done research through the California Pacific Medical Center that is a subset, or I guess owned by Sutter West Bay Hospitals. And again, they're in California. The research done for this patent to be put together and other studies done by this group, which is Sean McAllister. You can YouTube him. He has several videos from being specializes in breast cancer and the ID1 gene. ID1 gene just adds to proliferation and full metastatic potential. Sorry, trying to get that out. And this was supported by, his research has been supported by grants from California and from various other places. Right now, he's wanting to do another study, but he's looking for funding in order to do his next round of clinical trials there out of California. So that's the patent, Methods and Compositions for Treating Cancer. Also, McAllister owns or is concerning several other patents that have come out concerning cannabinoids and cancer, like the combination. I have a video on the cannabinoid combinations in the treatment of cancer, and I believe he's the one behind that patent as well, or the head researcher behind it. Next, no signs of toxicity or serious side effects have been observed following chronic administration of cannabidiol. So CBD, chronic administration of cannabidiol, is defined by them as 700 milligrams a day, as you see right there below. And this is actually in the federal patent, the 507 patent that I've done a video on, cannabinoids and antioxidants as neuroprotectants. So this is actually federally owned and says that no toxicity or serious side effects have been observed following chronic administration of cannabidiol. So whenever the FDA comes out and it talks about how CBD or cannabidiol can damage organs in your body, they're only doing that in order to keep people from wanting to do more research. If we actually knew that CBD could be taken in acute doses, and it's in the federal patent supported by taxpayer money, we own that patent, not the federal government. The federal government is us. So anytime somebody tries to look at this data and say that we can't do it for any other reason than just the government's not allowing us to do it, isn't fully aware of the situation that's going on whenever it comes to cannabinoid-based cancer care or cannabinoid-based treatment of any disease. Because the government is well aware of how much they can use in a safe manner. So for the FDA to come out and try and say that it isn't safe is a complete contradiction of their data already, the presented data, the claims that they have made in this data based on this data. So just take this and understand that even though the FDA might make one claim that it can damage organs in some way or another, which they're still working on formulating or putting together to make their case, they've also claimed that it can be used in acute doses of 700 milligrams a day. Hopefully that all made sense. To summarize, and this is in Anti-Cancer Mechanisms of Cannabis, or Cannabinoids, in 2016, Manuel Guzmán was behind this article in Current Oncology. Cannabinoids show an acceptable safety profile, testing them as single drugs or ideally in combination therapies in cancer are both warranted and urgently needed. So you can see here that they're all trying to say consistently that it is possible to give a efficaciously therapeutic dose of cannabinoids, and one of them says THC, the other one covers cannabidiol, to patients for the treatment of disease, specifically cancer. So I just wanted to share this with y'all. Y'all can share it with whoever. If you want to read through it on your own, feel free. That way you can see everything that's around the highlighted parts. They're very interesting, of course. So thanks for sitting it out with me here, and hopefully everything made sense. I know I stumbled a few times with the words, but I love y'all, and let me know what you think on all of this.